Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So if you guys saw my last video, my elemental hero deck, then you guys know that I bought 3 structure packs. So this is another one of those decks that unfortunately it's not gonna be available for the free-to-play players, because in the same structure deck there is this card, a hero emerges, which is really good. It's a one-of in the deck, so you do need to buy 3 structure decks in order to get this. So this is a very expensive deck, but it gave some very interesting and fun interaction, so I wanted to show it to you guys. If you guys don't know this card, if you don't remember this card from the last video, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, your opponent chooses one random card from your hand. Then if it is a monster that can be special summon it, otherwise send it to the graveyard. So basically you want to activate this card when you only have monsters in your hand. That way, no matter what they choose, you're going to be able to special summon something. And that is the basic idea of this deck. That's why I'm running balance and I'm running 10 and 10, because even if I go second, the most I'm going to have is 3 spell and traps. So I'm going to be able to set all of them, freeing my hand up of everything that's not a monster. And so that when my opponent attacks, I can activate my card and just special summon some of the big monsters that I have in the deck. But we'll go over those in a little bit. So we run 3 hero emerges, 1 windstorm, because you need protection. We don't run any spells, we don't run any enemy controllers, none of that. So I just decided to go with the windstorm. We run 3 golden apples, which again is very pricey. I mean, it's an old card, so maybe you guys have the 3 copies, but I know not a lot of you are gonna have them. And golden apples are here because if you the deck is designed so that you can do something with any hand. Obviously, once in a while you're gonna get a hand that is just completely unplayable, but the farther that the most extreme that you can get is literally get 2 mirror walls and 2 high level monsters that you can't summon. That is the worst starting hand you can have. Other than that, you're gonna have a golden apples, you're gonna have a floodgate, you're gonna have windstorm, or you're gonna have a hero emerges. Like the deck is built so that you have an option. So if you don't have your hero emerges, you have your golden apples in order to take a hit and get yourself a token to protect yourself. Again, like I mentioned, we have the floodgate, 2 mirror walls, super important in this meta. Just very important. You can use half counter instead, but half counter doesn't work as well because it only applies to original attack. So if your opponent's monster is buffed by beatdown or anything like that, that attack does not count. And so now we'll go for the monsters. We have 1 Space-Time Police. He's just a tech card. You can remove this, even though this is the only non-rare card. The reason why I have this is because when this card is special summoned, target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, banish that target. So if you have this on your hand, your opponent attacks attacks into you, you activate this, you can banish their monster. You can banish a problematic field spell, a problematic face, continue spell, whatever, anything that's face up. It does have the downside that when this card leaves the field, they get that card back. But hopefully by then you swing the momentum in your favor, and you can just win. That's why he's only a one-of. I didn't want to build a deck around him when it does have the downside of the card coming back. 2 Heavy Knight of the Flame. It's a really cool card because if you special summon this from your hand and you can protect it, then during your turn you can normal summon it again, and this will help you deal with all those special summon monsters, like Toons, RedEyes, to just banish them outright. And it's also 1800, so if you do draw it, you can just summon it. Just a good card. I run 1 Dark Ruler Hottest because I wanted to run some level 6s that would have synergy, level 5 or 6 that would have synergy with my tokens. So if you get a token, you contribute it for your hottest, and this takes care of effect monsters. I'm also running Invader of Darkness, and card guard, so they're all fiends. And you know, any fiend that destroys a monster while this card is on the field is gonna have their effect negated. So a really cool card, and it's also 2450. It gets over RedEyes, it gets over Phoenix, it gets over RedEyes Ninja. I mean Red Dragon Ninja. So it's a good card. And then we run 2 Toon Barrel Dragon. So you guys know that I never made a deck using Toon Barrel Dragon because I didn't want to go with the 3-star the motion Toon crap. And I was so excited to finally be able to put it in a deck, you know, where it's not just blatantly broken. It just has some nice synergy. It's not your soul win condition. So I run 2 of them. The cool interaction that this has with the hero emerges is that the fact that you're summoning this during your opponent's turn means that it's gonna attack immediately when it comes to your turn. So you don't have to wait a turn in order to swing with this thing. It's really good. Usually when I get this out, I am able to win the game, unless I get super unlucky and I get nothing but tails, which happens from time to time. And then we have Invader of Darkness, a super good monster, probably one of our best 2 tribute monsters, if not the best. Taking away quick play spells from your opponent is just too good. It's got a 2500 defense, so even if they flip it to defense mode, RedEyes is still gonna need something like Beatdown, you know, Phoenix the same way. It's just a very problematic card for your opponent to out, and really good overall. We have 2 of those, and then we have 2 card guard. Basically, the way I was using this, number 1, it's a 1900 Fiend, so it has the synergy with Dark Ruler Hades. Another very cool play that I would make is whatever I summon, whether it's Toon Barrel Dragon, Invader of Darkness, or Dark Ruler Hades, if I have a card guard on the field, I just put the card guard counter on that, and you know, now I can try to swing over a mirror wall. My opponent is just gonna have that much more of a hard time dealing with my monster. So really cool. 2 of them because that's all I have. I probably would add a 3rd one and keep 1 Heavy Knight, but the deck is working very well the way it is. We're running balance, so we can start with 2 and 2 as I explained. But enough explanation, let's go ahead and show you this replay. I did post 1 preview replay on Tuesday, and I hope you guys watched that. It was a really cool duel against Notorious, and you know, that's when I knew that this deck had some potential, so I went ahead and built it. Even though I'm expecting some backlash over the 3 structure decks, you know, some pay to win comments and stuff like that, but hope you guys can take it, you know, for what it is, just an entertaining deck. So here we're going against RedEyes. I don't remember if it was balanced RedEyes, I didn't really look, but we have a Windstorm, we have a Golden Apples, we're feeling good. You go ahead and attack directly. I get my Golden Apple, and I tribute for my Dark Ruler Hades. The reason why I did that is because I had my hero emerges, so if he destroyed, he was gonna have to destroy either my Dark Ruler Hades or wait for or destroy Heavy Knight, because during my turn I was gonna be able to normal summon it and banish RedEyes. I try to activate hero emerges. He's got the Champion's Vigilance, but that works out for me because now I can activate my Windstorm. He's got the enemy controller, which kind of sucks, but I did top deck into a mirror wall. And this is what I was talking about. He has to decide to attack, you know, to get his RedEyes banished or attack into my Dark Ruler Hades. He goes for the Heavy Knight. I have the mirror wall, so his RedEyes gets destroyed. He can't get it back with Wyvern because the effect just gets negated. And here, you know, I was in complete control of the game. He got his RedEyes back, but at 2400, I was just gonna destroy it, and you know, the top deck didn't help him. Quick replay, quick win, and this one is a very short one, but it's one that I had to show. You guys know how I feel about Toons. It is not secret that, you know, it's one of those decks that you either love it because you use it or you hate it because of what it is. And here I'm going up against Toons, and the way I deal with it is pretty funny. I actually opened with the perfect hand for Toons, to be honest, and my opponent is going first, so I immediately see the Toon Kingdom, and I know exactly what I'm gonna do. but let's go ahead and watch it. So he activates Toon Kingdom. You know, the plays, man, the plays, gets his magic reflector on, because you know we don't want anything happening to Toon Kingdom. So I set my full back row. Like I was saying, if you go second, the most you're gonna have is 3 spell and traps, so you can set them all to have your hero emerges set up. So I special summon my space-time police. Say goodbye to your Toon Kingdom. Now, yeah, I'm taking the 1400, but it doesn't matter. Now I have a space police protected. He's got no Toon Kingdom. What is he gonna do? I tell you what he's gonna do. He's gonna scoop right away, because there's no winning condition left for his deck. So very easy win, very satisfying if I say so myself. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. And this Mako, I believe it's another RedEyes, but this is not beatdown RedEyes, this is balanced RedEyes. And this was a weird one, and you'll see why. He had every answer to everything I did, but he didn't have an answer for the broken golden apples, and you'll see what I mean by that. So I just set my two back row, some of my card guard. I didn't know what he was running until he activated the cards of the redstone. So there we see the RedEyes Spirit. I go ahead and try to protect my Heavy Knight so that maybe I can banish it, but I figure you know, his back row had to be something like, you know, Champion's Vigilance. So my Windstorm doesn't, you know, gets negated, which is fine. He's got the enemy controller, so it kind of sucks, but I do have a card guard counter on it, so he's gonna have to destroy it twice. Sets another back row. Why not? He top decked the second enemy controller, so once again I can't banish the RedEyes. He picks up an Insight, and you know, just the amazing plays this guy has. Unbelievable. I don't know how he thought of that. But anyway, he gets a second RedEyes via RedEyes Wyvern. And unfortunately, my back row is full. And I can't set my hero emerges. But he attacks. I have 2 golden apples set. So not only am I going to get a bunch of life points back, I go all the way up to 5,600. I tribute one of them for my Dark Ruler Hades. He's got the Champion's Vigilance, but I go ahead and crash my my second golden apples. And you know, as soon as he attacks, I'm gonna be able to summon my Toon Barrel Dragon, which at 2600 attack he's not gonna be able to get over. So here I thought, you know, I win the game. My Barrel Dragon is all good. Activate the effect to target the back row, and guess what? He had the answer for that as well. With you know, Divine Wrath, my monster's gone. He attacks once again, and I have my last and MVP golden apples, and that's the game. He literally cannot get over golden apples. He's used up all his enemy controllers. I set my Heavy Knight. He actually had Tribute to the Doom at the end, but I had my Mirror Wall, so I was gonna be able to survive even through all the attack he had on board. He realizes he can't win and was gonna, you know, lose to a deck out, so he just surrendered. Just pretty funny how after having the answer to literally everything I was trying to do, he ended up losing to a golden apples. We got another duel against Kaiba. $23 card deck. Peak performance, so we're gonna see some dragons. And this hand would have been broken had I had the hero emerges to start. Unfortunately, I don't. I didn't want to just set the golden apples and, you know, be behind on my normal summon, so I went ahead and summoned the card guard. And then I see that it's another RedEyes, but this time it's peak performance. And he's actually running Blue Eyes as well. So this guy opened Insight, Kaiba Man, and Blue Eyes in a 23 card deck. In a 23 card deck, my friends. I try to get the Mirror Wall. He has the answer for that. He's got Rising Energy. So despite running RedEyes Blue Eyes engine, In a 23 card deck, this guy has all the answers he could possibly need. I do top deck my Heavy Knight and I have to pay for the Mirror Wall, otherwise I'm dead. I get to, you know, banish the RedEyes. I don't know why he suicided here. I don't know if he thought he had another Blue Eyes in the deck and he forgot. I have no idea, but he just suicided there. He's got the Soul Reflection, but my Heavy Knight is now an effect monster. So once that Blue Eyes hits the field, it's gonna get banished again. And he actually had a chance to win right here, but I don't blame him for not attacking into a full back row. I have to flip my Heavy Knight into defense mode because I'm in lethal range with how low my life points are. And I get my Invader of Darkness onto the field. I appreciate that he's still playing though. He tries to attack my face down with RedEyes Wyvern. I activate my Hero Emerges once again to summon my Toon Barrel Dragon. Target the RedEyes Wyvern. We get it out of here, triple heads. And now we can just win the game. And like I said, he tried, you know, he played every card even though it was a losing effort. I appreciate that of people. I try to play, you know, until the last card because you never know what happens. Your opponent can misplay or something and you end up coming back. But that was a good duel. And for our last one, I believe this is another short replay against Naturius. Not as epic as the preview that I showed on Tuesday. I'm gonna put that link in the description in case you guys missed it, because it was a very, very interesting duel. They're going first, so they summon the pumpkin, not hiding the fact that they're running Naturius. I decide to attack because I had my Hero Emerges and I rather pop the back row while I can. So it was a Mirror Wall. I'm totally fine with losing my Heavy Knight because now I have my Dark Ruler Hottest, which is gonna get over that Naturia Maron, even over the Mirror Wall. He can't pay for it anymore. He's got the Beetle, goes for beatdown, but I have a Mirror Wall of my own. He does get his second Beetle back, but that doesn't matter. That still is no threat for my Hottest. And you know, how does it feel, my man, to lose to Mirror Wall? I just destroy his Beetle. He's got nothing left, and even if he did, I had a second Mirror Wall set. And I don't feel bad because, you know, he opened with Mirror Wall, so did I. I won the duel. But anyway, that's it for the replays. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. It was really fun to use. I realize it's not accessible to everyone, and I do apologize, you know, if you feel it's not fair for me to show this kind of things, but it's just entertaining content, and hopefully you can take it for that. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description. And until next time.